How's it going, everyone? I'm Sir James, coming at you guys with another Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Legacy lightsaber review. This time we have the brand new Kanan Jarrus lightsaber that was released towards the beginning of this month, available over at Disneyland and Disney World, and will be coming to Shop Disney later on this month, which I believe is going to be on the 22nd or 23rd, but you could always check Shop Disney then if you're trying to get this helped. So this one here is going to retail for $170 inside the parks, plus whatever the tax is going to be beyond that. Here is the packaging. So here is the front of the box with the logo. Over here we have Arabic writing on the top. Feel free to pause the video and translate that later on, or if you're really good at Arabic, feel free to translate it for the rest of the audience if you wish to do so. And of course, when you open this up, you're going to have your item inside. Now, do note that you aren't just getting the lightsaber hilt. There's actually going to be additional items inside the packaging, besides the obvious paperwork with some basic instructions, which I don't really need, but maybe you do. But I'm just going to go ahead and show everything anyways in this video. But when you remove the hilt, you could actually go ahead and take out the tray here, just like that, and there's an additional component inside. Go ahead and place this over here, and you are going to find this little plastic tray. Inside you're going to find two lightsaber belt clips, which for most people, especially those who never watched Star Wars Rebels, have absolutely no idea what the heck this is for. But for those of you who are familiar with Kanan Jarrus, and especially with his introduction during the Star Wars Rebels Season 1, then you guys pretty much know exactly what this is for. But we'll touch upon this in just a few minutes. Let's go ahead and bring over the hilt itself, and here is a closer look. Now right off the bat, when I took it out of the box, the hilt did feel a little bit on the thicker side, which is a little bit disappointing, which is why I was kind of bummed out that this did not use the thin blades, because I felt like maybe they could have slimmed down the body a little bit. But, you know, like I said, it is what it is type of thing. So here is the emitter, and we'll touch upon that in just a few minutes. Here is the control box. The sticker is 100% removable. It's indicating where the power function is, so you flip the switch upwards. When there's a blade inserted, something will happen. When there's no blade, it makes no sound. Plenty of grip going all the way around this hilt, which as far as the material that is used, it is definitely quite grippy for sure, which can also be something that could get dirty quite easily as well. So cleaning it might be a little bit of a pain. You also have your D-ring here on the bottom, and if you need access to the internals, aka to change out the battery, you're just going to go ahead and simply unscrew, which mine's a little squeaky. Right where the D-ring is here, you're just going to unscrew this completely, and you'll be able to get access to the battery components. You just pull that out, replace the batteries, and you will be good to go. And you just go ahead and reconnect it as so. Make sure it is at least tighten enough so that way if you're wearing the D-ring onto your belt, that it's not going to come unloose. And always check it periodically, just in case if that does happen. Now the other main thing too about this is the emitter here. For those of you curious, yes, it actually does come apart like so. And there's two reasons why this does it, and we'll get to that. So, for those of you wondering, can you do the thing like Kanan does, especially during the Star Wars Rebels Season 1, Episode 2, when he revealed himself to be a Jedi? There are these two components right here, and this is where the additional accessories out of the box comes into play. So we're just going to go ahead and put this off to the side first, and grab these accessories. As mentioned, there are two lightsaber belt clips. You have this one here, which sits in like so. And then you have this piece right here. Now this one here with the two clips is going to be used for the emitter, while this one here is going to be used for the remainder of the hilts. Now, just to kind of reference, especially for those of you who are unfamiliar with Star Wars Rebels and may not be too familiar with why like that whole emitter comes apart and whatnot, is for the most part, as you guys know, we had Order 66 that took place many years ago. Kanan was a young Padawan going by the name Caleb Dume until he ended up changing his name, of course, to better hide himself from the Empire, and lost his master and so forth. And ever since then, you know, Kanan has been pretty much mostly in hiding, but also hanging out with the Ghost Crew. That's his new family now. And during the Season 1, Episode 2, towards the end of it, while they were actually attempting a rescue mission to help save the Wookiees before they are transferred to this mining facility, which I believe is also the same mining facility in the Star Wars Solo movie. If it is, let me know. Again, my Star Wars history is... I'm not like the biggest, you know, I know everything about Star Wars type of person, but I'm just kind of referencing to what I've seen in the past. But anyways, during a moment, they were surrounded by Kellis and, of course, his battalion of troopers. And then when he mentioned that they were going to be doing a 22 pickup, Ezra was confused and was like, you know, mind failing me in on the secret? And he's like, kid, I'm about to let everyone in on the secret. And that's when he basically holstered his blaster, is going up towards the front. He reaches his hand to the side and on his back, pulls out two components, attaches them together, and thus revealing his lightsaber and that he's also a Jedi to the Empire. So pretty cool moment. So basically what you do here is that you're going to go ahead and take this clip and this will attach like so. As for the other one, as simple as it is, you're just going to go ahead and take the clip, whatever way you want to go, and connect it like this. As far as how is it worn in the show from Kanan, it pretty much goes like this. Let me go ahead and... yeah, this is probably like one of the situations where a little table would have been good. But anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and I have a lightsaber little belt here. I'm going to put it a little bit on the higher up just so you can kind of visually see it a little bit better, even though it's kind of blending in with the black shirt. But the first one, the emitter, was actually off to his left side. Normally where a lightsaber would typically be hanging, he had the upper emitter right here. And it wasn't until the mission where they were rescuing the Wookiees when he had this portion attached to him, which would be attached to the back portion of the belt, aka the same placement where you'd see those thermal detonators from the troopers and stuff. So it'll be like in the back like so. And like I said, he basically went up towards the front, you know, brought the two parts together. Oops, I had these backwards. You know, basically a twist connect and then igniting his lightsaber. Now, unfortunately, it's not a quick connect like it is in the show for this version of it, because while it would have been nice if it was a quick connect mechanism, kind of like how the blade attaches to it, you still technically have to screw in the upper emitter all the way to ensure that is secured. Now, the other reason why this comes apart, besides to replicate that portion of the show, is that you can't insert a blade like normal. And this is why this comes apart. So this is kind of like, it kind of defeats the whole purpose of the, quick connect and disconnect blade system that the Galaxy's Edge sabers tend to use. But you have to take the emitter off. Then you can go ahead and insert your blade. Take the emitter, slide it down, screw the component back together, then it's ready to be used. So that's how that comes together. So again, you can't put the blade in like normal. You have to remove the emitter, insert the blade, slide the emitter down, and you are good to go. So let's go ahead and turn off this light and see how it sounds, and if there's any improvement to the electronics, which I have to take a guess, probably not. We'll do it one more. I will make note though that as far as the power switch goes, it is a little bit of a tough switch to toggle. As far as the weight of the saber, it's definitely in the light category. Extremely light. I thought it was going to be top heavy up here. It's actually not. Just, it almost feels like there's nothing there. It seems like at least the clashing part seems to be quite sensitive, which is good. I've dealt with past legacy sabers where the clashing took a lot of effort to activate. But here, thankfully, is not the case. And not much after that. Let's go ahead and turn on the lights back again. But, so yeah, like I said, that is the Kanan Jarrus Legacy Lightsaber. And if you need to disconnect the blade, then obviously you're going to need to go ahead and unscrew the emitter, like so. Slide it all the way down the blade. Just feels weird doing that with the Legacy Saber. You can go ahead, if you have the whole attachment set up, just go ahead and attach it there. Disconnect that, bring the other piece. Trying to figure out where I have the placement of the belts. And then, nope, there you go. Then you can go ahead and put the blade away like so. Now, obviously, the other thing that you're probably going to want to get, especially if you're going to wear this around, especially if you're not going to do it with the included clips, is it's always good to have a lightsaber belt clip for sure. If you're just planning on wearing it like normal without being all disconnected, because obviously the whole thing with it being disconnected was only short-lived anyways. Once it was known that he was a Jedi, obviously he pretty much mostly had it assembled. But yeah, like I said, just getting a, here we go. Yeah, just getting a belt clip like so that I have here. Then you can just wear it like normal without having the parts disconnected, and then you're pretty much good to go on that. But yeah, other than that, overall it's a alright legacy lightsaber. I do like the character Kanan Jarrus for sure. And if there's one thing I will say, at least, you know, a little bit of props to Disney, is that they actually did make the upper portion not only removable, but the fact that they've included additional accessories inside the box, so you can go ahead and kind of replicate that moment when he first reveals himself to the Empire as being a Jedi. I think that's pretty cool, due to the fact that, as you guys know, besides, of course, legacy lightsabers, I've also reviewed custom lightsabers, and at least some of the custom sabers that I reviewed didn't really have that functionality. You know, obviously for that you would have to pay a lot more money and so forth. But the fact that it's present on the Legacy Saber is pretty cool. I do wish that it would have at least used the newer blades, just because I think those are a lot better than the current blade system. And if they were to use the newer blades, you probably wouldn't have to go through that process of sliding the emitter down the blade. Then I think that would have been just perfectly fine like so. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Until then, I'll see you guys on the next review. And just in case if things are a little bit hectic this week because of Thanksgiving, then I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And always remember, may the Force be with you.